really well for the bottles, but the reason I bought them was for my garden. And this year I'm going to do like a raised bed, but I'm going to do them in these totes. So I'm going to get these ready. First thing I'm going to do is I need to drill some holes in the bottom of them so it will drain the water out, so they don't get, you know, too much water, get drowned. And oh, there's a spider in there. And so I'm going to drill some holes in the bottom of these, and then I went and I picked up some soil mix for them, which is kind of cheating. I was going to just get topsoil, but instead I got some of this Pro Mix. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to mix a little sand in for some of the carrots, and I'm going to get a little bit of fertilizer. I don't think you really need a lot of fertilizer in this, but I'm going to put them in the bottom. I'm going to put fertilizer in the bottom layer, not where I'm really planting the seeds, but so when the roots grow down through them, they'll have some fertilizer down there already waiting for them. So I'm going to get started on it. I am heading to... Well, I've got to go to the post office for Jenna, get some stamps, and I also am going to get some composted cow manure for my garden. I think today is going to be the day where I start planting. Start out, I'm going to use some Pro Mix. I had these from just kicking around from last year. And then I'm going to mix in some composted cow manure. It's cow manure plus compost. And then I'm going to use some garden foods. 10-10-10 is what most people call it. So I got the Pro Mix, the two types of Pro Mix mix. Now I'm going to put in some of the composted cow manure. Next thing I want to do is I want to empty out my composter because I want to get started again for the year, and everything in there's pretty well broken down. So I'm going to dump that out and add that to my potting soil as well. Now I'll add some of my own compost. The first thing I gotta do is drill some holes in the bottom of it so the water can drain out. So I've got my drill, and it's a little bit bigger than a 1/4-inch drill bit, just one I had kicking around that I didn't really care about. And I'm gonna drill probably half a dozen holes in the bottom of this just so that the water can drain out if it gets overwatered. There, so now I've got the holes drilled. Now I just need to do probably 15 or 20 more of these. I don't know. I'm gonna go start doing that and start getting filled up. So it says in the directions not to put the fertilizer right on the plants or on the seeds, so I'm going to probably put some like below where the seeds are going to be, so that once they've used the nutrients that are already in the compost mix, that once their roots grow, they'll start getting into the other stuff. So it says, but when planting, mix 1 tablespoon of garden food with soil used to backfill holes. Oh, okay. So I can do that if I'm going to plant on top of them. I did 12 planters, which I expected to get about 6 per bale, so 2 bales would be 12 plus the compost, and I've got probably enough for a 13th. One more in here, so it's gonna be a pretty good start. I'm probably gonna do the rest of them and try to get 26. Maybe I won't go that far, maybe I'll save some of it, but for now it's a good start. Now I gotta just plan out my garden, how many of each thing I'm going to plant. But right now it's time for dinner, so we'll see you later. It's been raining the last few days, so today is a nice day and the rest of the week's supposed to be nice and sunny, so I'm going to take the opportunity and I'm going to get the garden planted. Got my seeds in the back of the truck. And just so I could keep it straight, I wrote, like, these are straight 8 cucumbers, so I just wrote on the back with a little paint pen. I'm hoping to reuse them next year, but I can always scribble them out and write them again. And they're on the back side so no one will see them. So here are the bins. I've got a couple of them started already. I'm just setting them on some wood so that they can drain out the water through those holes I drilled. And I got another spot ready, and then I'm gonna just keep going. Jenna and I made a list of how many bins we're gonna have for each thing. So I got a plan, and now I'm just gonna plant them, get them watered, and hopefully they'll start growing. So here they are. We've got 24 planters. I ran out of seeds for squash, so I only did 6 of those. I wanted to do 7, but ran out of seeds. And then these little funny shaped ones go on my deck, but I'm going to get them started out in the front lawn where it gets more sun. And those are all lettuce.